Georgia's pro-EU opposition says the vote has been stolen in this weekend's high-stakes election seen as a choice between Russia and the EU. The pro-Moscow ruling party Georgian Dream claimed outright victory, with the election commission saying it had won 54% of the vote. International observers from the OSCE say that the conduct of Saturday's parliamentary election was evidence of democratic backsliding in the country. Well, let's get the latest now from Tbilisi with our correspondent Regis Gente, who's standing by. Regis, what more can you tell us about the statements from the OSCE?
That was an important statement, of course, that everybody was waiting for, because it gives a kind of legitimacy or not to the election. It was the OSCE. There were more than 500 observers coming from 42 countries, mostly from Europe. And finally, the general idea of this report is that the elections were marred by an uneven playing field, pressure and tension, but voters were offered a wide choice. So it sums up quite well what happened, because indeed there was a choice, and finally the opposition managed in this very difficult context and uneven to get 37% of the votes. But all this tension, all this pressure made finally the ruling party keeping the majority officially, according to the official result, with 54%. So far the opposition is still, as it seems, trying to understand what was said and how they can use it, and probably in the coming hours they will decide what they will do, if they will go to the street or not to defend their votes.
So where does the opposition go from here? Because, they're rejecting the results, saying they're falsified. Does that not, does the EU dream live on essentially for the country?
Yeah, at least there are two of the four political parties and coalition which managed to get more than 5% that should enter in the new parliament. That said that they don't recognize the results, and they won't sit in the parliament. So it's a very tough position. We don't know yet what the two others will do, and probably they will go all together to the streets, at least to protest and to express their discontent with what happened. But so far we don't know in which measure they have enough evidences, because they try also to gather evidences of the falsification of the vote yesterday. If they have enough yet to convince the population that indeed this election was marred by very significant irregularities, and that makes them then supporting this movement in the street.
All right, Regis, thank you very much indeed.